In 2022, energy developer Invenergy paid the federal government $111 million for the rights to build clean energy infrastructure off the coast of Morro Bay, California. But now, the U.S. government is paying that exact same company more than $111 million to tear up the contract and walk away. Across the country, the Trump administration has committed roughly $2.6 billion to buy back offshore wind leases and completely freeze new construction. The administration's official justification comes straight from the Pentagon and the Department of the Interior. They argue that offshore wind farms represent a severe life-or-death threat to national security. We are watching the government spend billions of taxpayer dollars to actively dismantle an industry it just spent years building up. Which raises a massive question. Is the military threat genuine, or is it an excuse? To answer that, we must look at the physics of military radar and air defense systems. When standard radar waves hit a wind turbine, the signal scatters, creating chaotic false targets on digital monitoring screens. If a defense screen is flooded with this static, hostile drones or missiles could slip past undetected. The disruption extends underwater, too. The deep, low-frequency vibrations generated by these massive towers can travel through the ocean and interfere with naval sonar tracking. This is a well-documented engineering challenge. Sweden recently canceled 11 of its own planned offshore wind farms, citing the exact same national defense concerns as the United States. The radar interference is entirely real. The central debate is whether this technical hurdle requires a total shutdown of the U.S. wind industry, or if it's a problem engineers can actually solve. According to military experts, including former Navy Vice Admiral Dennis McGinn, turbine interference is a recognized issue that the military has known how to handle for years. Other allied nations are already adapting. Denmark and the UK are actively deploying new radar technology designed specifically to filter out the noise created by wind turbines. If the military has the technology to fix the radar issue, why is the administration spending billions to cancel these leases entirely? The Morro Bay buyout contains a highly unusual stipulation. The developer is legally required to reinvest that $111 million into fossil fuel or geothermal projects. This mandated pivot aligns perfectly with the administration's aggressive political directive to maximize oil and gas production and achieve global energy dominance. Looking at this financial trail, military analysts and federal judges are reaching a critical conclusion. The radar issue appears to be a convenient loophole to legally dismantle clean energy infrastructure and redirect capital back toward fossil fuels. Right now, out on the water, the American offshore wind industry is effectively frozen in place. But coastal states are pushing back. California requires this infrastructure to power 25 million homes with clean energy by 2045. In response, California and a coalition of 8 other states are suing the federal government. They argue these buyouts are illegal, backroom deals designed to misuse taxpayer money. The fight is playing out in federal courtrooms, where judges are demanding to review classified Pentagon documents to determine if these military threats are genuine. This lawsuit forces a direct collision between federal defense authority and a state's right to govern its own economy and environmental trajectory. The courts must now decide if the federal government can use national security as an ultimate override switch to cancel state laws, eliminate clean infrastructure, and funnel billions of dollars back to the fossil fuel industry.